Unless you've been living under a rock, I'm sure you understand that prepackaged, highly processed foods are bad for you, right? Now this is where it gets a little dicey because nowadays, even though there's whole foods based diets, they're still diets. I mean, just think about it. There's the word die in the word diet. I strongly don't believe in diets. I believe in the no diet diet. And it's extremely confusing because we're bombarded by paleo, vegan, carnivore, keto, so many of these diets that are so-called saviors for your health, your vitality, and your energy. But that's just certainly not the case. So if you're looking to dial in your diet or your nutritional intake to live an optimized life, then tune into this YouTube video because I'm going to be going in depth. Hello friends, my name is Christian Van Camp, a holistic lifestyle and performance coach and specialist in all things biohacking and hippie related, because truly it's all about living optimally in this day and age, especially with all the chaos going on in the world. We have to stay grounded into our heart center, and by doing so, we have to take care of our physical, mental, and spiritual health. And to be honest, the entire 8 dimensions of wellness we need to focus on. Look that up if you haven't already. It's a lot of sectors of things that we need to focus on. And I don't want it to be too chaotic, so let's focus on one thing at a time. Nutrition, right? Nutrition is a very touchy, dicey subject because we hear plant-based is the ultimate diet, vegan, raw vegan. Then we hear carnivore, nose to tail, eating bone broth, eating organs, just cutting out all the veggies, right? We have fruitarian, consuming just fruit. We have paleo. We have keto, restricting away from carbohydrates and sticking to just proteins and fats. It's confusing, guys. It's so confusing. And my background, my strong suit is nutrition. I got my degree in human nutrition a couple years ago, and I've studied holistic nutrition and the groundwork of it for many, many years, over 6 years now, and I'm such a passionate freak about nutrition. So I'm here to help you understand what is most optimal for you. What is the most optimal diet? Well, first off, let's remove the idea of diets and let's just focus on eating bio-individually. Let's eat according to our individual body's needs in that given moment. Don't obsess about all these diets and all these crazes. This is what I recommend for you. Number one rule with nutrition is don't get dogmatic with just plants, just animals, right? Incorporate both, and I guarantee you're going to live more optimally because you're not restricting yourself in a box, which therefore creates more curiosity and also creates, to be honest, restrictive nature, which is never healthy. If we're restricting things in life, it starts to create kind of an addictive pattern and addictive behavioral patterns, which leads into a lot of health consequences down the line. A lot of restrictive eating causes things like anorexia, bulimia. I used to have bulimia. I used to puke and eat big meals at night, right? So staying away from that kind of garbage and instead focusing on just eating both plants and animals. Be an omnivore. I highly recommend if you be an omnivore, you're going to live more optimally. Just throw away the idea of just eating plants, just eating fruit, just eating this, just eating that. To be honest, just mix it all up and enjoy having that mixing pot of all these good foods that Mother Nature and God provided us on this planet. So number one rule is focus on eating plants and animals. It'll make things way more easier for you so you aren't getting restrictive. Another part of the no diet diet, or what I like to call the flexitarian diet, is being flexible. Or on top of that, the qualitarian diet, eating quality foods, right? Staying away from highly processed foods. That is a good thing to focus on, just eating whole foods. That's like number 2 with the whole diet idea and following the most optimized nutritional protocol for you. It's by not eating processed foods made by man or packaged in plastic. That is one of the best things you can do for yourself, is just opting for the organic whole foods as much as possible. And this connects and coincides with the rule number 1, which, to be honest, I'm not even about rules, so I don't even want to call them rules. Let's just call them like pillars, right? Because the idea of rules is also a restricted pattern, because it's like there's no rules, there's only choices right now. Shout out to Gabrielle Brick, a good nutrition colleague of mine. But anyways, besides all that, I really strongly believe that if we focus on eating an omnivorous diet and we eat whole foods away from man-made processing, you're going to live more optimally. So those are 2 pillars that come to mind right now that are extremely beneficial for you. Another pillar to eat an optimized diet is by, kind of connecting to the 1 and 2 pillars, is by cutting out the processed foods, but on top of that, limiting your sugar intake. Really, it is such an epidemic nowadays. I think there's some crazy number about pounds and pounds and pounds and pounds of sugar people are consuming, the average American, consuming per year. It's outrageous, guys. It's crazy. So focus on limiting added sugars. Focus on limiting sugar intake in general. It just spikes up that blood sugar. Insulin just gets poured out by the pancreas, and before you know it, the pancreas is just like, holy shit, I can't do this anymore. And that's when diabetes arrives. That's when hypertension, that's when all these diseases in the body arrive. So start limiting the added sugars in your diet, and you will feel so much more incredible. You'll feel optimal. You'll feel energized. You won't have brain fog. And on top of this, you'll be a lean machine. You'll cut away all that fat. Now, one thing I want to emphasize here as well is just focus on that quality. When I say quality, I mean literally don't just be opting for factory farm meat. Focus on regeneratively raised, organic, non-factory farmed, grass-fed meat. That is so nutrient dense for you, and it's also supporting the big, greater good perspective, right? It's not supporting an industry that is disgusting and nasty. So focus on quality meat, quality resourcing, pasture raised. Look out for that stuff. It's so important. Local if possible, right? Really emphasize the local. When it comes to vegetables and fruit, I want to emphasize the importance of organic, so you aren't getting your food laced in glyphosate, a very disgusting, potent herbicide, fungicide, pesticide that is destroying the planet, it's destroying the soil, and it's also destroying your microbiome. It's been proven to cause cancer, yet it's legal, completely legal in the US. It's illegal in many countries such as Russia and Mexico and Europe for various reasons. Like I mentioned, it causes these deleterious issues with their health. So try to get organic as much as possible. Try to offer pasture raised and healthy local meat and local veggies and fruit, and that will just help you a ton. Like overall, just focus on whole foods, quality, and limit, processing, limit added sugars, limit anything that is sprayed and chemicals. There's my little rant today in this video. I hope it inspired you and it gave you some insights on what it means to eat optimally. And if you want to learn more about nutrition, check out some of my other videos on nutrition in general. I really focus on this holistic approach, guys. It's more than what you're eating. It's about when, it's about how, it's about why you're eating, right? Setting intention to it, praying with your food, putting that energetic currency to your food. So therefore, it's entering your body and fueling it with love and compassion too. So therefore, baby, you can radiate that to the planet as well. So that's what it's all about. Filling your cup so you can pour it all over the place. Sprinkle that stuff all over everyone else and the planet. So there you have it, guys. I hope you got some benefit. If you got some benefit, which I'm sure you did, I'm sure you learned something new with my kooky, crazy personality, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe, and I will be sure to see you on the other side. Peace and love.